For the past 7 years, we have exposed problems the Department of Veteran Affairs have had, and a former VA insider is now giving us insight on why many veterans' benefits are delayed or wrongly denied.
Fox 13 political editor Craig Patrick tonight continues his investigation of veterans in crisis and trouble in Washington.
Keith Brown is one of far too many veterans who died waiting for benefits.
He was upset to the max.
1 month after he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, the VA denied his claim as his life on this earth ticked away. And then after a lot of back and forth, approved his benefits 6 days before he died.
There's got to be something better, because if they wait long enough and that veteran dies, they are under no obligation to make a determination at all or to pay back pay.
We've heard that from a lot of veterans and their spouses.
I made the house payment as long as I could.
Last year, Candi Weikert came within 6 days of losing her home because the VA held up her survivor's benefits.
Finally, you just sort of give up.
Until we intervened and they promptly approved it with $30,000 of back pay. It fits a pattern among the dozens of cases we've examined. And John Darling is a former VA insider who says he knows what's causing a lot of these legitimate claims to get denied and delayed.
I truly had a pain in my stomach.
He processed veterans' benefits through 2018 before and after the scandals that revealed a staggering backlog. And while Congress passed reforms to reduce the backlog, Darling says policies intended to improve performance in many cases backfired.
You had a point assignment that you had to reach.
And the points are determined by the number of claims statistically handled.
Exactly.
On paper, that appears to be a good way to keep things moving. But in practice, Darling says it encouraged some to work too fast.
Were claims coming back that had been botched completely by our people.
And others to ramp up denials.
8 out of 10, possibly more, were immediately rejected.
Because he said a rejected claim counts as a claim completed.
So denying a claim gave you that one number, didn't get anything accomplished, but it gave you the digit.
And he said if it was wrongly denied, oh, guess what happens when a veteran files an appeal and wins?
The regional office can tally that up as another point for a processed claim.
Meaning if that same person comes back around and submits again, it becomes a...
We can get 2 points off that person.
2 claims instead of one.
2 claims, exactly.
He said staff didn't automatically deny these claims, but he said they nitpicked for any little thing that disabled veterans, many of them seniors, can easily miss.
You know, the signatures alone that are required on virtually every page are commonly missed. There are boxes.
And while he said they could call the veterans and fix many of the issues, they were under pressure to limit each call.
At one point in time, a phone call was allocated 2.3 minutes.
And what happens if you start going over that 2.3 minutes?
Then you're working against your daily point average.
Which he said discourage workers from calling to fix petty issues on the forms, and instead send out generic forms giving the veterans no idea why they were denied.
They generate forms which had no bearing on the claims.
And that's why he said it all gave him a pain in his stomach.
It wasn't uncommon to see somebody sending in forms for a year, year and a half. And when I'd call these people, I'd find out, yeah, my car's already been taken, my home is going into foreclosure, and I lost my spouse 6 months ago. It's like, and we're playing around with your paperwork.
He left us with 2 suggestions. He encourages veterans to reach out to a veteran service officer who can help fill out the forms for free.
This form, for most people first time seeing it, is extremely difficult to complete. If they don't have the assistance of a knowledgeable veteran service officer or somebody who has seen and used this form, the likelihood of them completing it properly is slim.
And he encourages the politicians in Washington to re-examine the policies that may not deliver what they intend. Craig Patrick, Fox 13 News.
Now, last year, Congress ordered audits to determine how veteran services could better be improved, and those audits are still in the works. The state and U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, they've all responded with resources to find a veteran officer, service officer in your area. And again, that's a free of charge service. We do have links, we've got numbers, we've got contact information. If you're interested or know somebody who does, please visit fox13news.com. You'll see it right there under Seen on TV.